I've learned a lot from a lot of different jobs, and what I learned from Safeway, though, the main thing I learned was that the louder, the louder that you are, the more noise that you make, you know, the harder you're working. So, like example, if you're in a different department and you just start banging things, people people hear you from another room and they're like, "Damn, that guy's doing a lot." Some people just be just slamming boxes on the floor, like and just ripping the tape hella loud, but it sounds like a lot of work is being done. Let's say you're stocking chips or something, you hella have to grab them and make that really ruffle sound and slam them in the thing. Or like if you're stocking soda, you make sure to click them all, make them all click each other when you put them in the shelf and push them forward and shit. Hella stupid, but it's hella true. People be thinking perception is reality and shit, and so it is, I guess. I used to work at Chipotle. I had this one guy. He would mess with people whenever he'd be on the line. He would like the people would come up to him and be like, "Hey, let me get a bowl," and then he'd get the bowl and he'd be like, "Beans," and he'd go to the beans, and then they'd be like, "Oh, no beans, no thanks." They're like, "I'll take white rice," and then he puts the white rice on. Then he goes back to the beans, beans, and then they say, "Oh, no beans." So he's still holding the spoon of beans, and then they're like, "Oh, I'll take chicken." And then so he puts the beans down and he goes, the chicken, puts the chicken, and goes back, beans? And then sometimes people are hella calm too. They're like, "Oh, no beans." And then so he's holding the beans and then they're already walking all the way to where the lettuces and shit is. And then they're like, "Oh, can I get the red sauce and the lettuce and the corn?" So he goes over there, he puts it down, and he brings the bowl all the way back. Beans? I used to work at Little Caesars, and I would work in like the oven spot, and in the oven there was in the oven there was like two pizzas come out the top, two out the middle, and then the very bottom had the wings, and it would just like kind of roll. But there was like a stopper at the back, so if the pizzas came out, they would stop, but then they would start piling up and shit. But the thing is, you do it fast enough, the pizzas don't pile up and they don't burn. But people don't do it fast enough, so they do burn. That's why you get shitty Little Caesars pizza all the time. Like if you want to buy Little Caesars pizza, you need a special order something in it, so that way they have to make it like right there, or else you're gonna get something that's maybe a bit old. Anyways, I was always hella good at taking the things out of the thing, put it on the shit, cut it. I remember working Super Bowl one year in the morning. That shit was hella fun, just so fast. And then I was doing it, and then there was a coworker there. He showed me that you could take off the plates that stop the pizza. So I was like, "Oh shit!" So it was like legendary mode right there. So I'm all grabbing the pizzas hella fast and shit. Then they start just falling all over the floor. That didn't happen, but it could. I started reading the Pokemon manga, and when when Red fights Brock, his Pikachu like thunderbolts him into a million pieces and shit. But then later on, a Gyarados hydro pumps Bulbasaur, and the Bulbasaur just like fucking frolics in the water like it's a sprinkle. What? Why is it that ugly people have so much confidence? Like, not just confidence, but confidence in their looks. Like, they're so fucking confident with their looks. And then they post pictures, and then people are like, "Yeah, you look good." It's like, no, you fucking don't. Stop lying to them. They know it too. They know damn well they don't look that good. So I have a cavity. That shit hella hurts. Called the dentist yesterday, and they were like, "Do you speak Spanish?" And I was like, "No." So she was like, "Hold up." Then I guess she was getting somebody, and then they just hung up on me. So then I was like, "Well, I guess my teeth don't hurt anymore." It hurts a lot. My teeth fucking hurt. Can you like die from a cavity? Like, can a cavity kill you? Like, I don't want someone to go to my kid like, "Hey, how'd your dad die?" He had a cavity. Always hella makes me laugh when I see those people on the side of the road jogging and shit, and they get to the stoplight and then press the button, and then they're like jogging in place, They kind of give you a look and shit. It's like, yeah, I know, I get it. You're better than me. I ain't gonna run. Oh, which reminds me, that fucking watch you got on there, Cedric. If you're fapping and you have that shit on, does it calculate it? Does it tell you? Does it know? It probably knows. Or you take it off because you're a coward and you don't want your watch to know when you're jerking it. Or that won't even matter because the watch is probably connected to a phone and then it'll know anyways. Unless you just use the brain. The theater of the mind. The spank bank, if you will, layman's terms. I went to Taco Bell today and I went to the drive-thru. The lady was like, hey, how's it going? And then I didn't say anything. And then she was like, I'm good, thanks for asking. That was good, she got me.
You're not going to say my son has flaws.
We can leave.
Perfect. No, I don't have to leave. That dress you're wearing, we paid for.
Let's calm down.
You're not going to ruin my day.
You are not going to say my son has flaws.
Wow.
Everybody has flaws, and that's why I love them. You can leave,
Yeah,
Judy.
like you don't have flaws.
You can leave.
You can get out of my wedding now.
I'm not leaving.
Yes,
That
you
dress
are.
you're wearing, I paid for.
Let's quit this.
Get out.
I'm not getting out. Try it, and I'll have you arrested.
We're in a church.
Tony, get her out of here. This is not right.
Church, and this is not. Let's respect the wedding.
I'm not leaving.
Just hold your
You
peace.
showed respect.
Please,
You left your daughter at
Let's
12.
just calm down. Let's say, hey, we don't need this.
This is fine.
We don't need this.
I don't want to hear any flaws about my son.
Have you ever been tricked into an argument with a woman? Like, you're just doing whatever you're doing, and then she's like, hey, how come this isn't done? Then you're like, I don't know. And then she's like, whoa, what do you mean you don't know? And then I'm like, I'm just playing games, so I don't know. Well, why the fuck are you playing games? Because I got nothing else to do right now. I just, I'm hanging out, I'm chilling. See, that's why I don't want to be with you, because you're always doing nothing. You're worthless, just like my mom told you. What the fuck? Just like my mom told me. But yeah, what the fuck? Like, they'll literally say whatever just to piss you off. Doesn't even have to be part of the argument. And then when you start arguing back logically, they start calling you crazy and shit. And honestly, they'd be making you feel like you're crazy too. Because then once you say, I'm not crazy. Once you say, I'm not crazy in a certain pitch, in a certain tone or whatever, you sound crazy. I'm not crazy. That doesn't sound bad, but I'm not crazy. Well, the way I see it is either you find a woman who has the craziness you could deal with, it's either that or take it up the ass. And we all know there's no coming back from taking it up the ass. Because it feels great. Shit.